Okay, so we come to the part where we put this live, or in production, as they say. We go from development to production. We want to put it out there. So what we saw in the last video was that we created a connection to the database with this PHP file, which was placed under test and my project in the root folder. And we could see our database from PHP my admin, which you should actually bookmark. You see I got a bookmark right here for it, so as long as you start this you can reach this right away with your bookmark if you open this page. So this is locally on our machine, and we can also run this by doing connect to database.php, which we found here. And if we want to reach it right away, we can right click on this, do the full path, go here and just choose to edit the things with the X and go to localhost here. So this is how we what we've done so far. Now we want to put this in production. So we go to DigitalOcean. I've been, you know, when I first started out with doing this, I was looking for some way to put this on the internet so I can access it from anywhere, but I couldn't find anything, and that's why I'm doing this tutorial. I didn't know what to do. You know, I didn't want to spend any money doing it because I just wanted to try it out to see what happens. So there is a few things on the internet where you can do this for free, really for free, but then it's not reliable in my opinion, and you normally only get one, you can only create one database. And if you start doing this and you start doing a lot of databases, maybe for new product, each one you need to have, for each project you need to have one database. So if you start doing, in my opinion, yes, you could erase or delete your database and create a new one for a new project, but that would be a lot of work. So I started by doing that actually, and you can search for it. But in my opinion, DigitalOcean is the best one because you can you only pay for hourly. You know, it's for me I pay $6.5 a month, and I've chosen just to stick with that just because you know, I'm learning, and it's not so much money anyway. So I keep one droplet as it's called, and it's cost me $6.5 a month. So it's not 5, it's 6.5. But it only costs me by the hour. So if you create a droplet and then 1 hour later you delete it, you will only pay 1 hour. Obviously you need to register a card and everything so they can get paid for it, but it will be so little. If you look at the pricing, it doesn't matter anyway. So, and it's reliable, and you can do everything you want to. I mean, in those other ones that I've tried, which is for free, there was a lot of well, you couldn't do everything on it. So so that's why I chose this after a lot of searching on the web and looking in forums what is the best one. So I like DigitalOcean. So you create an account, so stop the video and create one, sign up, and then we're gonna do a login. So stop the video, do that, and come back. Well, I'm now gonna log in. So what we got here is my project, the one droplet I've been using since 1 year ago. And now I'm just going to create a new one. I'm not going to touch my own project here, my own droplet. They call these droplets. So I'm going to create a new one. And this isn't going to cost me, it's going to cost me just, I'm going to destroy it after I've showed you this. So it's not going to cost me anything. So I just pushed create droplets, and here you have distribution and one-click apps. We're gonna go for one-click apps, so we don't need to install it by ourselves, the things we need. What we need, so one-click apps, what we need is LAMP, which stands for Linux, Apache, and database, and what else? It's PHP. So I'm going to push this one, or well, I'm going to choose this one, and then I'm going to choose the $5 a month here, and then I'm going to choose, I'm from Sweden, so the closest one is Amsterdam. It doesn't matter, I think, but I'll choose Amsterdam, so you choose the one that is suited to you. So Amsterdam 2 maybe, doesn't matter, 2, 3, it's what's open. And then I don't touch the other things, and I will put in a drop, let's say first droplet, like that, and I do create here. You registered, so you register an email, and you want to open up your email account now. I got mine here. So we'll see here. This is an old one, so we're waiting for a new email here, and you see it takes a while here before it's created, so we have to wait for it. And we're gonna receive an email with some use, it's gonna be a password and stuff like that. So this is the IP address which we will use live. You have to remember now that we got this these numbers here, 198 and so on. If you want to put like your own domain address, like let's say like me, I got ronniealex.se for Sweden. So I've registered that domain to me. So you need to register a domain to not have just numbers here. So so maybe that's for another tutorial or another clip or whatever. But you've now created this one, and you can reach it from everywhere. See, now I got my mail, DigitalOcean's, your new droplet, first droplet. So I go in here, and I have some stuff that I need to use. But first of all, we can look what happens if I do this. I put this in the numbers, and you see we got Ubuntu, we got Apache 2 Ubuntu default page, and this is because we did the LAMP. We created the LAMP for this droplet, Ubuntu LAMP. So it was Linux, Apache, and a SQL database and a PHP. So that's why it's already installed here under this IP address. All right, so we have the username root like it normally is, and then we have this password which we're gonna use. So we will one second. We will the first thing we're gonna do now is something you really need, and it's we need to find the putty.exe. So you search for putty because we need to connect to the DigitalOcean. What do you call it? Like I said here, we're using Linux, so we need a terminal with Linux. We need to connect to that. You see here we have console here, and if I push console on this droplet, you see you get this terminal, and here you're connected to this your droplet anyway. But a better way to connect to your droplet is a far way better is putty.exe. And if you're looking at DigitalOcean's manuals and stuff like that, they say that you should download putty.exe to control your droplet. So go to the I search for putty, and PuTTY download page, you get to this page, and you want putty.exe, so you just download this. It's not like a program, it's you don't install anything, you just get to it when you so let's, you see here, I pushed it, I already got it on my computer, but it doesn't matter, I can open it like this. So putty.exe. Another thing you would be interested is in puttygen, just to get just so you don't have to put in the password all the time. But actually, well, you just remember your password, it doesn't matter. It's a lot of work just to, but well, maybe I'll talk about this later. But anyway, putty.exe, you do run, and here you got your host name. So what we will do now is we will take the IP address, that's our host, and you go back to the PuTTY configuration. So there we go, this is an old one, so I'm gonna delete this, but I put this in now, port 22, and you should call this something, first droplet maybe. So we do the same thing, and we save this one, and let's open it now. We got this, and that's what we want to open. When I hit open, you get this, it's no problem, you just answer yes, and you want to log in as what? Well, root. Push enter, and what is the password for this? Well, you go to your email account, and you will, what you will do now is you copy this, control copy, and then in the terminal you right click once, just once. You see that it turned green there? That means that it's pasted. Push enter. If you do, because I will tell you why. The first time you log into your droplet like this, you want to change the password. So we're gonna change it now. The current one, I'm gonna do it. You know, I already have it to clipboard, so I'm gonna right click and do enter again. Enter new Unix password. Now I'm gonna write droplet pass maybe. So let's see what happens when I type. It's droplet pass. Nothing happens, but you know, in the background. And it's really hard to write all this in when you don't see what you're doing. So this is why PuTTY, if you would have done this with the console from over here, you would have you needed to do this manually, but now here we can right click. Anyway, now I've put in droplet pass. So now I'm connected to this, and my username is root, and my password is droplet pass. So right now I'm in my droplet here, and here we can use some commands. If I do ls, it's to see what I got in the folder, but you see you don't get anything there. You need to do cd dot, that takes you back, and now if I do ls, this is what you got in your droplet. Now what you want to do is you want to connect, you want to see this, but like more like in a explorer like this. That's better than just making everything in this over here. So that's what we're gonna do. First of all though, I almost forgot it. You see here, your mysql root uses password is this one. So we're gonna copy this. I copy this, Control C, and I will paste it in a notepad. So there I got it, or you just write it up or something. So remember this, because we're gonna have it when we connect to the database later. So that's for the, this is what you got there. So that's good, we got that one. Now we can close this off if we want. Are you sure you want? Yeah. So now we wanted to download FileZilla, which will make it so we can, you know, see it better instead of using the PuTTY.exe there. So let's go. You can, just so you know, you can always use the PuTTY anytime you want, and we need to use it actually pretty soon. I forgot. So FileZilla. Let's go to FileZilla, or search on FileZilla. Free FTP solution. So download FileZilla, and you should have, when you download it, you should have this one, FileZilla 3.20 Win Setup Bundle. So download this and come back when you pause the video and download it. Alright, so I hope you did that. I'm gonna go to to this now, and I'm gonna install this. I agree. Anyone? Yes. And we can do everything there, and I'm gonna put it in program files, FileZilla, it doesn't matter, FileZilla next. So this will allow us to connect to our droplet. You should also make this a shortcut somewhere if you're coding a lot. What we'll do now is we go to File and Site Manager. I've already got another one here, and that's for my other, the one you saw earlier, the other droplet. Okay, so we're gonna connect to a new one now. So new site, first droplet maybe, like that. What you will put in here is the host. So which host did we have? Let's see our email. We put in the host. The port is 22, like we did before. And the protocol you need to have is SFTP, like this. Logon type, normal. What user? Root. And the password will be, now, which, you know, we changed the password, so it's droplet pass. And I hit connect. And there you go. We're now in the same folder as PuTTY. I'm actually gonna go into PuTTY again. And you see here, I saved this first droplet. If I double click it, we will come to this, and there I put root and droplet pass, and we're logged in. If I do cd ... and push yeah, we'll use ls, you see this, we have all these things, files here, or folders. If you have a look here, if I go back one step, you see everything we got here. Run and root and everything. You see here? So it's the same thing we got here, but it's much nicer, obviously, to look at this than this. I'm gonna keep it open now because we will use it later. Okay, so now we need to go to the var folder here. So you go to this one, and then you will scroll down to var. You will scroll down again to www, and you have your HTML here. And this is where we put all our projects. This is our kind of root folder. So now what I want to do is copy this, copy something into HTML here. And I want to copy my project, the test here. So I will open the standard like this. I will now just have my FileZilla here, and I will have my other one here. Now I just have to copy it to HTML here, like that, and it starts to transfer all the files. If I have 100 files in my project here, it's going to transfer everything and put it in the right place. My project only contained connect to database here. if I need to open this up to look at it, I right click on it and I do view edit. You can't just left click it. You need to right click and view edit. And I think the first time you do it, you need to like answer to what kind of program do you want to open it with or something, or maybe you have or maybe you need to do it somewhere else. Change what to open PHP, because maybe it doesn't know which program it should open it in, so you just remember. For me, it's opens it in Notepad++ right away, because probably I chose it earlier. Okay, so we got this now. But we now need to install the database in DigitalOcean. So I'm gonna do that in the next video, because it's 20 minutes already in here. So we got this now. It's we transferred everything to our droplet, and we can use it, but we need to make changes and connect to the database. So that we will do in the next video. Alright, so that was it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.